Hey heathens, I'm a little overdue for this video. I recorded it last week and thought I got a little too long with it, so I'm trying to make this one a little bit shorter. This is a response video to the response videos that I got on my Defending Your God Against Another God video. Not exactly titled that way, but anyway. I got 5 responses as of last time I checked, in case somebody has posted anything since then. One is from a guy, who said that he tried to play devil's advocate, but he's an atheist. He doesn't count. Sorry. There was another one from a guy, TMESIST. I don't know how you're supposed to say his name either. He appears to be one of those militant agnostics, I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. In the end, he says that I agreed with him, although I actually don't in a lot of facets. But again, he's not trying to prove a God, so therefore it doesn't count either. The third one I got was from another fella who just reposted an older video of his own, which wasn't a direct response to my video, but it was basically saying that the difference between the other gods is that they're wood and stone. He's talking about idols. Well, not all religions have idols, and to say it the way you said it kind of misunderstands what an idol is. The idol isn't the god. You know, you don't get it at all. But I got 2 others that I am going to respond to. The first one is Bossman103. Cool guy. I like him. His response to how would you defend your God against another God was that he wouldn't. And that's why I like you, boss man, but that's not the assignment. So he basically, he's one of those people who believes in trying to coexist, and he even says Vishnu isn't just your God. He thinks that all gods are the same God, and just we call them different things, and that's all fine and dandy. But when your religion says to do one thing and someone else's religion says to do the exact opposite, that doesn't work anymore. So the other thing that I wanted to take exception to in his videos, he said, quote, "You seem to think," referring to me, that and saying that I thought religions couldn't coexist. I never said that. Never said that. That's not what that video was about. You're reading into that. Not me, and you know me well enough, boss man, to know that that's not my style. He also then went on to ask a couple of questions. If someone who, and I'm somewhat paraphrasing here, if someone who doesn't know you says you are delusional or crazy, how would you deal with that? In response to someone, having a debate or whatever, a conversation online, and they throw that at you, that you're just crazy, you're delusional, how would I respond to them? I wouldn't. The same way I do when people do that with me. I get plenty of Christians and Muslims and other types of people who try and tell me that there's something wrong with me, and I really don't care what they thought. Their opinion is absolutely useless to me, and so therefore I just blow them off, as you should too. Which is why I don't do that unless someone says something really, really crazy and really, really delusional. I will tell them, look, you got issues. Seek help now. Some people do need help. But in general terms, that's not my style either. He also asked, how would you deal with people that say that you believe in the magic sky monster? Now, I have in the past and will in the future refer to the magical sky daddy that some people believe, but I only pull that card when I want to happen the same thing that I would say to answer your question. If someone addresses my claims that way, again, I'm going to kind of write them off, because if you think what I'm saying is so preposterous you won't even give it the time of day, well, then we're kind of at an impasse, and there's no point in us continuing unless I feel like I have strong enough evidence to back up my claim, which, let's face it, religious people don't. You don't have strong enough claim. That's why the faith has to exist within religion, or else the religion dies. You can't back up your claims. It's different for me because if someone says that they don't believe in the magical sky monster of evolution, I can point to evidence. So it's different for me. But if I were a theist and someone came, that would be the end of our conversation. Which is why I use that from time to time. If someone says something so preposterous, that is so outlandish and is so ridiculous to even consider, I'm going to end the conversation with, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe in your magical sky daddy. Because that's what they're trying to get me to believe, and it's just not going to happen. He then concluded that if they use that, then they're not worth my time. I agree. We're on the same page there. Just a quick thing, he mentioned how he also asked how would I deal with the anti-theists who want to take people's rights away. I think you're misconstruing a little with some of the people that you pointed out, although I can't speak for them, so you'll have to ask them that question. How would I deal with them? Well, I believe in freedoms up to the point that your freedom gets in the way of my own, and that's where the gray area comes into that. Trying to push Sharia law, for example, into a society that doesn't want it, if that means I have to shut you down in order to prevent you from doing that, your rights end where mine begins. I'm not suggesting that that's how it would be handled. I'm saying if. The same way with religious groups, if they feel like they need to practice their religion, and as a result that means their daughter with diabetes doesn't get insulin, I say we forcefully interject and we get that child the treatment that it deserves. So if that's taking their rights away, screw them. Sorry. But on a whole, I'm sure we probably agree for the most part that, do what you want to do as long as it doesn't affect me. All right, the other one comes from a great guy who I absolutely adore. He had a lot of great things to say about me, and I can't ever say enough great things about him. And it's Michael Crawford, who runs the Rational Roundtable channel. Awesome guy. You got to go check out his video. It's linked. Go see it. The first 14 seconds are just sum it up perfectly. But anyway, he talked about theists need to unite the same way that atheists need to unite. Good luck with that. I don't think atheists are all that united either, but good luck with that. But he wanted to break it down instead of arguing between the gods to say that well, God exists. Now let's discuss your opinion that God doesn't exist. Well, we can't address that until you tell me which God. It just, you can't go the route that you're trying to go with it. It just doesn't work from the way that I see it. You can't say, I can't tell you I don't believe in magic, and you say, okay, but magic does exist, so why don't you, and we discuss magic. You have to tell me what you're calling magic, and then we discuss, well, here's why I don't think that coin trick was magic. I think you did this, and it's just, you can't address it that way. Michael concludes correctly that my challenge can't be won because you can't do it. Every claim that you try and put out there for your religion can be backed by another religion that will then tell you that you're wrong. That was the entire point. And Michael understands that. It wasn't no slighting. He gets it. And that's why I dig the guy, because he understands the position he had. But he doesn't have a problem with it. And that's cool too, because he, like Boss Man 103, isn't the kind that's trying to force other folks to follow his beliefs. He's not trying to get in the way of the rest of the world. He says that he wants to know the questions of where did the universe come from, does it serve a purpose, and where do I fit in? Well, the universe didn't necessarily come from anywhere. It was already here. How that it came to be in the form that we know now is explained by Big Bang cosmology. What was it like before that? We're still working on. Does it serve a purpose? Not in the way you're saying. Things happen, and there are some things that benefit from it and some things that do not. Where do you fit in? You are a tiny little speck. 1 out of 6 billion specks on a tiny little planet revolving around a tiny little star out of trillions and trillions of stars. You're simply not important as far as the universe is concerned. As far as I'm concerned, you are gold, my friend, and I appreciate you. if you guys get a chance, check out Rational Roundtable's channel. Very intelligent guy, and a cool guy to talk to. I would love to be able to sit down and have a beer with him. Michael's also going through some serious issues right now. He has cancer, and not one of the pleasant, fun ones, as if there was such a thing. So certainly let him know that you're pulling for him, as I am. Probably no big surprise that this video did not get anyone actually trying to take it on. Neither did my video to provide proof of creation, not just what you think is evidence against evolution, but actually prove of creation. No surprise. I'm pretty sure it won't get any. So there you have it. Don't take my word for it. Think for yourselves.